Best cheating revenge ever. A buddy of mine was cheated upon a bunch of years back. His live-in GF and he were going through a rough patch when she decided to step out on him. She had said she was going to visit her family about 600 kilometers away and would be gone for a week. Imagine his surprise when he saw her having the time of her life on a restaurant patio with her ex. He snapped some photos as proof and went home. He was on a month-to-month lease that required 60 days notice. She was not on the lease. So, he gave his notice and found a new place while she was gone. In the remaining weeks, he stayed distant and mentioned couples therapy but did not push things, and avoided sex but frankly it was not on offer. She also was out late and occasionally claimed she was crashing and spending the night with friends. He just said okay. Now, his landlord was a good guy and kept silent on his end, and they'd both worked things out that new tenant prospects came by when she was out at work or with her AP. Come moving day, a hired crew showed up and started boxing stuff up early that morning. When she asked what was up, he laid out copies of the photos he'd taken. The landlord then told her that she had until midnight to get her stuff out as the new tenants were moving in 2 days later and he needed to tidy up. If she didn't, her stuff would be put on the curb. My buddy snapped one last pic of her clothes and toiletries in a big pile in the main room. All the furniture was his, it turned out. The plan, the execution of it and his cool demeanor throughout were a legend in our friend group to this day. Story 2. High school revenge story. Girls stole my food so I spit on them. Back when I was in high school, I had a cooking class I made various foods in. Ranging from things like garlic bread, vegetable soups, desserts, etc. One day, my dish wasn't finished by the end of the class so I had to get it later. I picked it up and took it with me to one of my later period classes. When I got there, one of the 2 girls in the classroom asked me where I got it from and who made it, multiple times. I told them that I did, multiple times. Despite this, and already knowing that I was in cooking class, they just kept smiling and laughing while saying, "No you didn't. No you did not." They simply didn't believe that I made the food. I figured they were being morons and tried to do my schoolwork. When not even a couple minutes later, one of the girls came up to my desk and without even saying a word, grabbed my plate of food and tried to casually walk away with it. I had to grab her by the arm to stop her and ask what the hell she was doing to let go of my food. She looked at me with the stupidest face of shook, got mad at me and told me to let go of her arm. I told her no, and told her again to let go of my food. She got more mad and demanded again that I let go of her, with the other girl in the room getting mad and yelling at me to let go of the first girl's arm. This turned into a back and forth of me telling the girl to let go of my food, and the girls getting more and more mad and yelling at me to let go of the girl's arm. Which I didn't because she was literally trying to steal my food. Eventually she just pulled herself out of my grip and started to quickly walk back to where she was sitting with the other girl, so I had to get up and go after them. But by the time I got to where they were sitting, they had opened up the plastic on the plate and started eating my food, and set it down in the table and went back to scrolling on their phones and working on their computers like nothing happened. I told them once again to give it back. They just told me to shut up and go away. So I went all right. Snatched the plate back, to which they tried to grab back, ripped off the rest of the plastic and dumped it in the trash, then left the room to return the plate to the other classroom I got it. When I got back, they were just nonchalant sitting there like they didn't do shit. So I walked over there, spit in the first girl's face, before spitting in the other girl's face. They just exploded at this and just started cussing me out, but I acted the way they did and just sat in my chair going about my schoolwork like nothing happened, and they left to go report me to the principal's office. It ended up with us all sitting down with the principal. The girls only got a stern talking to about them taking my food, whereas I got a 2-day suspension for spitting on them and for grabbing the girl by the arm. But it turned into a 4-day suspension when after the principal was giving me some BS about how I shouldn't be grabbing girls by the arm because I could have traumatized the girl, as it's something absurd women experience in real life. I asked her if the girl didn't want to be traumatized by someone grabbing her by the arm and holding her. Why does she go around stealing food and other stuff from people if she knows this will happen to her? Asking the principal if she was retarded with her logic. As frustrated as I was with the leniency the girls got, I was pretty satisfied on the drive home after my parents picked me up.